I thought we did okay the first 16 minutes. I thought we were connected. I thought we competed. In many respects, probably the best 16-minute stretch we've had since the last time we played them 2 weeks ago. I think it was 12 or 13 seconds left, deep sideline out when 25 hit the three. We tried to change up what we were doing defensively. Obviously, it didn't work. I didn't think we count turkeys 3 stops in a row. We did a good job in the first half. We got 0 in the second half. I thought the second half was a completely different story in every possible way. They're really good. They're really good here. And everything they were good at, we did not cause any problems, particularly in the second half.
Just how effective was the Kai Ziegler's performance, especially just affecting the game without making a lot
I think he's so underrated. Elite on-the-ball defender. Incredibly fast with or without the ball. And then I think their transition, secondary action, he's the engine. And when it gets into a half-court situation, I thought 0 was really good tonight. 3 causes a lot of problems for everybody. But I actually think that 5, in many respects, coordinates all of that. I think they play with great space. There's not anybody that you don't have to guard, whether they're playing with 30 at the 4 or 0 and 11, and they're playing big. You, to some degree, have to guard 2 and 3 similar in regards to their ability to catch and shoot. And I think 25 as a secondary ball handler with what he's done in his career here, to some degree, you have to pick your poison. But 5 commands so much attention that sometimes I think he's probably maybe unheralded in regards to he's a conduit to so many things that they do on both sides of the ball.
Did Tennessee do anything differently on Wade after that spurt there in the first half where he had those 3 straight threes?
Well, I think we probably shot too many threes for us across the game. The spurt for sure helped us, but we probably, not just 4, we probably stayed on that a little bit too much. We are reliant on offensive rebounds. We're reliant on getting fouled. And sometimes if you take too many threes, not that we're great at shooting them, but if we shoot too many, we're probably not going to have as good of a chance to offensive rebound. I think tonight was the worst that we had been in that regard in SEC play. And similar from the free throw line. We need to get fouled. We need to make a higher percentage of our shots at the free throw line when we do get fouled. But some of that is interconnected in that if we're at the free throw line, we can have a little bit of front court pressure. We probably settled too often for threes that led to no offensive rebounds, no fouls for Texas A&M, but led to ultra-fast points in transition off 1 or 0 passes by Tennessee.
Buzz, I'm not sure in College Station that Tennessee did much of do and a walk at the same time, if at all.
Yeah, I think they probably played those 2 guys more versus Missouri than any other game thus far this season. You would have to look at the numbers. I'm pretty sure that 11 or 0 were in College Station. Some of that was foul trouble with 3. Some of that, I think Coach went small in the second half, and it became a track meet for us. I don't know. I can't remember, to be honest, if they played together.
If they're able to do that lineup consistently, play well with that lineup consistently, how does that change this basketball team in your eyes?
Well, Coach would answer it better than I would. I just the 8 guys that are playing, if you play 11 and 0 together, it probably gives you more maneuverability. Whether it's not like 30 can't play on the perimeter. I mean, he is a perimeter player. He's just strong enough and tough enough to guard whatever forward the opponent would have. But I also think that 0, even though he looks like he's an at-the-rim guy, he's really comfortable with the ball. And I know he's right-handed probably by birth, but he's almost ambidextrous to me. Like he's really good with his left, and he's almost a right shoulder, left hand comfort level as the same as left shoulder, right hand. And so I know he's the 5 per se when 30's in, but he's just as comfortable playing the 4 from what I've studied. And I also think that 11 probably has a different, and we call it phases, but their transition alignment. 0 and 11 put a lot of pressure on you at the rim, and if you don't guard them or you stand behind them, they're going to score or you're going to foul them. And now that just gives 5 the creases that he needs, because 25, 3, 2, they're so far in the corners that when you help up, if you help up on 5 driving, they're shooting threes. And so that's why I think 5 is the engine. But 0 and 11 put a lot of pressure on you at the rim. And both 11 was good against us, but they were playing probably a little different in the second half at our place than they were throughout the game today.
Yeah, Buzz, you referenced the rebounding. What was Tennessee able to do to rebound the way they did today compared to what you guys did in College Station?
Probably they got to the paint a lot more today. I think they had 4 middle drives in the first half, which is good for us, but they had 5 for the game at our place. And we're in rotation. Any team's going to be in rotation when the ball's in the paint, whether it's off the pass or the bounce. And now all of a sudden you're probably going to struggle on the glass. They had 10 offensive rebounds, as did we, but their percentage is what matters. Yeah, so they offensive rebounded 30% of their misses, and we offensive rebounded 22% of ours. And coming into tonight, we were first in the country at 41%. It's not good enough for us on that side.
But you talked about your team and the 3-point shooting. Can sometimes when you start so well as a team from 3 in a game and then you shot the ball well against these guys last time,
Yeah.
Can that kind of be like a bait that it's hard for get your guys not to take?
If it is a bait, we for sure. What do country people say? Hook, line, and sinker. It was a bait, and we took it. I would say that's probably the highest number of threes that we've taken this year. Now, some of that is because they're an elite defense, and so some of those I wouldn't necessarily describe as bait. It was late in the clock, and we couldn't get it to the paint off the pass or the bounce. But I do think that we probably took too many threes in our shot diet for what gives us the best chance to win. You guys make sure that I said congratulations. Has Coach already been in here? Tell Coach that I said congratulations for his 800th win. Wasn't that tonight? Tell Coach I said congratulations, please.